So can the Pocket 3 Creator Combo compete with a fully decked out Sony ZV-E10? Let's find out. Thank you so much for checking out the Traveling On channel. I'm really excited to do this video. I've been meaning to do it for a while now, just haven't gotten around to it. So I thought about a really cool festive place to go with the holidays, and we're here in Seoul, South Korea. So I decided to go to a place called Myeongdong, and that area has a lot of like Christmas lights, and it really feels like Christmas. So we're gonna take a look and see how the two cameras match up against each other. So let's head over there. Just made it to the final destination where we're going to do a little night test walk, both from point of view as well as kind of vlog style. We're gonna basically do, try to do similar settings for both the ZV-E10 as well as the Pocket 3. So we're gonna do 4K 30, 1/60. We're gonna do an EV of minus 0.3. And to keep things as simple as possible, we're gonna have both cameras do auto white balance, and we're gonna do normal color profile. Of course, the ZV-E10 on 4K 30 can only do 8-bit, while the Pocket 3 can do 10-bit. Now, I'll be using the f1.8 11mm on the Sony ZV-E10, so we will utilize the full aperture, so f1.8 on the Sony, while we will do the fixed aperture of f2.0 on the Pocket 3. So there will be slight variations on that. Now, as some of you know, the Osmo Pocket 3 does have a 20mm focal length. And so to try to keep things fair, we're gonna go ahead and we are going to do, of course, the Sony f1.8 11mm does have a 1.5 times crop, which will make the 11mm already sitting at a 16mm. And then the 4K crop on 4K 30 on the Sony also has a 1.23 crop. So basically that's gonna bring that to a, with the gimbal and the 4K crop and the APS-C crop, that'll bring the Sony ZV-E10 with the DJI Ronin gimbal at a 20.29mm. And so that's actually really cool because they'll both be very similar in the focal length. So we're gonna keep things as fair as possible. So I did need to crunch those numbers. All right, so here we go. This is the Osmo Pocket 3. I do have it on single focus without face tracking. That way it doesn't get sidetracked by faces walking by. Look at that beautiful tree. So wow, it is a really nice evening. It's like 45 degrees Fahrenheit and not cold at all compared to what it was last week. But how is this looking? I'm really curious with the Pocket 3 versus the Sony ZV-E10, what the comparison is going to be like in terms of the steadiness of the gimbal. I'm really interested because the Sony ZV-E10 is obviously going to be heavier, so it may be a bit steadier. This is a glorious Christmas tree. Lots of people out to see all the Christmas lights. I also have it on follow mode, not tilt lock. So if I look up, the gimbal will look up. If I look down, the gimbal will look down. But yeah, this is a Pocket 3. At least on this little small 2-inch screen, I have to say, it's looking pretty good. But we'll put a side-by-side comparison on these two and see how it's gonna look. All right, I'm gonna stop right here and switch it to vlog mode. All right, so here we are on vlog mode. I'll tell you what, this is gonna be a whole lot smaller footprint in terms of vlogging than I think the Sony ZV-E10 is gonna be. But yeah, this is the vlogging mode. I don't know if I should push up the ISO a little bit. I just didn't want to get too much noise in the shot. But yeah, how is this looking? I do like the fact that I can look around, not pay attention, and know that the camera is going to be on my face, which is going to be really nice compared to the Sony. I'm going to have to be trying to keep myself in frame at the same time that I am walking and talking. So that'll be a little bit of a challenge. Anyways, this is the test of the Osmo Pocket 3. Let's get out the big boy, the Sony ZV-E10 with the gimbal. All right, so here we are with the Sony ZV-E10. I do have the ECM M1, and I have the microphone focused on the rear so that it can hear me from behind and kind of cancel out everyone else. That's one of the nice features about this hot shoe mic. So everything should be very similar to the Pocket 3. The only difference is the aperture at f1.8. Yeah, this is a 20.28 millimeter focal length. I do have it on center focus without eye face detection. There is the beautiful Christmas tree. How is this looking? I'm really curious. I'm excited to try to put these two recordings next to each other, see how they do, see how they fare against each other. Hopefully I'm walking the same speed, trying to go the same speed en route. It seems like it's getting a little bit more foot traffic now. How is this looking? I mean, I do really enjoy the Sony ZV-E10, but it is quite a large rig compared to the Osmo Pocket 3. Of course, with a full-length camera and a larger gimbal, I'm sure this is really nice for some people. But for your average consumer like myself, this is a pretty big rig. Let's switch over to selfie mode. Okay, so here's selfie mode. I do have the microphone now focused on the front of the microphone. I also have the eye face tracking on with the wide focus. That way it'll be able to focus on me. This is definitely heavier, and I do have to keep myself in frame while I walk. I don't have the luxury of not paying attention. So that's one setback against walking and vlogging with this big rig setup here. But how's it looking compared to the Osmo Pocket 3? I will be doing a side-by-side comparison, so don't fret about that. I will definitely get that in. But I'm also interested to see how the mic performs compared to the Pocket 3 Mic 2, DJI Mic 2. How is this faring? Was it able to keep my face in tracking? All right, well, let's end it here. Okay, so I am gonna chime in here. What do you all think? Yeah, wow. I mean, the Pocket 3's 10-bit 1 billion colors next to the 8-bit Sony's 16 million colors. Is that the difference? I mean, minus the fact that there's more saturation and detail. Wow. I mean, the Sony ZV-E10 almost looks like a flat color profile. I didn't do any type of manipulation in terms of saturation or changing the colors. But wow, out of the box, the Pocket 3 looks pretty good. Now, bear in mind, the funny thing is the Sony is using a DJI gimbal. And I'm really surprised because the Pocket 3s is really holding up. I'm not doing any type of ninja walk or heel to toe. I'm not making any efforts to prevent the vertical bounce that you see in these 3-axis gimbals. But yeah, both of them are doing really well. I'm really surprised that the Pocket 3, being such a small and light gimbal, is performing just as well as the DJI Ronin RS3 mini gimbal for this Sony ZV-E10. I mean, the gimbal that's being used for the Sony can use a full frame camera. All right, so let's take a look here. In terms of the f1.8 versus the f2.0, you can definitely see better bokeh, better tone on the Sony ZV-E10. Or am I just thinking that? I feel like it. But yeah, even though they're both 4K 30, the Pocket 3 is just, I mean, I have the sharpness turned down -2. I guess I could try to bring down the sharpness even more, because man, it is showing all my old man wrinkles a lot more prominent than the Sony ZV-E10. Yeah, I do like the bokeh on the Sony, but the Pocket 3 is not bad. Yeah. Wow. Would love to hear some of you guys' comments and feedback. So there you go. I just showed. So there you go. How was the comparison between the two? I'm looking forward to going home, putting it through rendering, and seeing how that looks. You know, I would really love some feedback on this. I know some of us are like pondering if we are wanting to purchase one of these two cameras, which one should we purchase? Maybe we have both of them and we don't know which one we should let go of. Maybe we have one and we're thinking about getting the other one. So there could be a lot of, this could apply to a lot of people basically. So let me know down in the comments below what you think about the two comparisons. I think the Pocket 3 and the Sony ZV-E10 are both really great, I guess, budget cameras in a sense. I love the Sony ZV-E10 with the interchangeable lenses. I have two additional lenses. I have a f1.4 Sigma, and then that's a prime lens. And I also have a prime 35mm Sony E-mount. But it's nice because with these lenses and even like the hot shoe mic I have, they're going to apply to any future APS-C camera that I upgrade to if it's a Sony. And even if I go full frame like the ZV-E1, I can still use my APS-C lenses for that. But yeah, it's Sony. They do great with the autofocus. I love the mics that don't have to plug into a jack. They're just a hot shoe. But the Pocket 3, man, it's pretty sweet. But yeah, I'll kind of throw some of my comments down below as well. I'll throw a comment down there. But yeah, let me know what you all think. This was really fun to do. I'm gonna try to do a daytime one. I do have ND lenses for both cameras, so I'll try to do a daytime comparison between the two. But with Christmas and all the lights, I wanted to do a night test on this. But yeah, let me know what you think. I had a great time. Anyway, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. In the meantime, you all, please stay safe. God bless. Peace.